In a moment that would send shockwaves through South African politics, Cyril Ramaphosa, then head of the ANC's disciplinary committee, stood before the nation and upheld the expulsion of Julius Malema and key leaders of the ANC Youth League. It was more than just a disciplinary measure. It was a seismic rupture, a political earthquake that would haunt the ruling party for years to come. But what few realized at the time was that this was not just about Malema. This was the opening move in a grand political chess game, orchestrated by a man many within the ANC had written off, dismissed as a relic of the past, lacking the firepower for a comeback. Ramaphosa, the man they called the Bufallo, was not merely enforcing party discipline, he was setting the stage for his return. With calculated precision, he played his hand, move after move, striking at the heart of Jacob Zuma's faction. And when the dust finally settled, it was Zuma and his allies who found themselves powerless, exiled from the very party they once dominated.
We made a mistake by electing President Zuma, the president of the ANC. That is a mistake. We will never forgive ourselves for that.
Jacob Zuma faced a political challenge. The ANC Youth League, under Julius Malema, was openly opposing him and had thrown its support behind his deputy, Kgalema Motlanthe, as his successor. According to ANC tradition, this endorsement meant that Motlanthe was likely to challenge Zuma, even if reluctantly. To secure his hold on power, Zuma needed to neutralize the rebellious youth leadership while also preparing for a succession battle. To achieve this, Zuma and his key allies, known as the Premier League, consisting of the premiers of Free State, Northwest, and Mpumalanga, devised a strategic plan. The solution was simple yet effective. With the deputy presidency soon to be vacant, they needed a replacement. The ideal candidate would be respected but lack significant political influence. This ensured that Zuma's authority remained unchallenged and that no alternative power base emerged within the ANC. They settled on Cyril Ramaphosa, a former ANC Secretary General, a key architect of South Africa's democratic constitution, a wealthy and respected businessman, and a member of the ANC's National Executive Committee, NEC. Crucially, he was not closely aligned with Zuma's rival, Thabo Mbeki, making him a politically neutral choice in the factional battles of the time. Given the recent scandals surrounding Zuma, Ramaphosa's reputation provided balance and also reassured the business community. However, this decision was not entirely their own. By playing a role in Malema's suspension, Ramaphosa had demonstrated his willingness to align with Zuma's camp. He was the perfect candidate, respected yet politically unthreatening. He was their man. The elective conference arrived, and as planned, Cyril Ramaphosa was elected as deputy president under Jacob Zuma. For a time, everything unfolded smoothly. Ramaphosa was warmly received by the business community and fulfilled his expected role, staying in his lane and never outshining Zuma. Whenever suspicions arose about his ambitions, they were swiftly dismissed by the sheer dominance of Zuma's power. Zuma was too strong to allow Ramaphosa to succeed him, and despite growing tensions with the tripartite alliance, COSATU and the SACP, it seemed unlikely that they would back a billionaire as the next president. Ramaphosa was not seen as a threat. If Ramaphosa was waiting for the right moment, he didn't have to wait long. Zuma's presidency became mired in scandal, in Gate, Guptagate, and multiple cabinet reshuffles, gradually eroding his authority. The ANC's loss of key metros, including Johannesburg, signaled its weakening grip under Zuma's leadership. This tainted anyone he endorsed as a successor, creating an opening for Ramaphosa, who seized the opportunity. But while Zuma's power was waning, he still held significant influence, making Ramaphosa's path to succession unlikely. So how did he do it? How did he outmaneuver Zuma and secure the ANC presidency? In Part 2, we'll examine the strategy and tactics that paved his way to victory.